All right, let's do the setup. Let's do the final thing of the week. It's the final thing of the week because it's the final thing of the week. The final thing of the week, ladies and gentlemen, while Jordan sets up. Jordan already knows what it is, so he doesn't have to hear me say it. We talked about Helva Boss earlier in this show. And the whole reason why we did this episode is because Season 2 of Hazbin Hotel came out. And I really wanted to watch Season 2 of Hazbin Hotel.
Coming. You prove that angels can be killed. You think they won't come for you? And when the first shot fires, whose side do you want to be on?
I thought Charlie said no more drugs.
Welcome to the Hazbin Hotel. Bye, bitches!
It's giving tacky.
Come on in. Here's your key.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Princess. What's your plan for the next extermination? And will you be protecting everyone, not just your favorite characters?
Wait, who are you?
My name is Baxter.
So is he like the new Penches?
No.
So I watched Season 2 of Hazbin Hotel. And, honestly...
I also watched it, but just not for the show.
He just watched it for funsies. I liked it. I am always going to love Hazbin Hotel. There's things I liked. There's things I don't like. I watched it at the beginning of the week, so as the week has gone on, I've softened my opinions on a lot of it. Like, I don't care for Vox. Just generally. I don't care for Vox. I don't care for him as a villain.
It's supposed to be the point. You're not supposed to like him.
Yeah, but it's just in terms of a character in the show, I think Adam was more interesting and more fun. He just doesn't do it for me. I don't like what they've done with Alastor this season. Like, he's lost all of his sass and charm. Like, I liked him better when he was a bad guy who was constantly putting the other bad guys in his place. Like, I like that dynamic way more. That him getting beaten up by Adam and this weird, like, self...
Pity party?
Yeah, is not very interesting, and it gets old really quick. And it's kind of the same thing with Charlie. Her mopey pity party just doesn't get very interesting. I don't like ragtime, so I don't care for Vox's songs. And anytime Vox does ragtimey bullshit, but that's where I'm sort of like, maybe that's the point though, because like I sort of had the realization that him doing ragtime is maybe supposed to represent him.
He's trying to ape
Vox. He's trying to be like Vox, not Vox. He's trying to be like Alastor. And when he tries to be like Alastor, it doesn't work. And I think, like to me, he ruins Vox Populi. But I realized I think that's the point. Like, I think that at that point, that song starts off so strong, and it's really good. It's a really solid rock number. And then Vox comes in and hijacks it and turns it into another fucking ragtime song. And I'm like, but I think that's the point. I think that's the point of that song. Is it's supposed to be disruptive. Well,
yeah, because the entire point of this season is supposed to be that because they set it up in the. It's weird. I can't hear myself, and it's weird. But these headphones can never decide what they want to do. Anyway, I think that's the point, because the entire thing with the end of the last season is the V's are like, nature abhors a power vacuum. So the idea is he's trying to slide his way in.
Yeah.
Into a thing that he didn't set up, he didn't build, he didn't orchestrate. But damn if he's not going to take advantage of it.
Yeah, but that's not how it ends up reading. I don't know. It's the way it's presented. It just doesn't. It just didn't work for me. But also, like, it's funny because you were like, I don't think any of the songs are as good as season 2. I don't agree with that.
As season 1.
I think there are some songs that are legit better than season 1. Number one, Serpentius gets all the best songs in this season.
That bed, ready to say anything, do any sin to any man, just so you can live to see a ray of sunshine through the haze of the morning ether. Live to fail a million times until you finally yell Eureka, praying you'll find a way, make it another day, see your dreams through. Some would kill to live to.
He gets
my thing is
all the
that
best
season
ones. It's
2
kind of incredible.
Season 2 seems to have more songs, and I just don't think that they're all.
Yes, it very much does. It's like you said with
Hell of a Boss.
yeah, where it's more songs but they're shorter.
Yeah,
And it's like, what do you want? Do you want a longer song
as
that's a bit more developed,
good.
or a shorter song? But I think there are some songs that are legit better than the ones in season 1. Like I think both of the Serpentious songs are better than the songs in season 1. Like they are legit phenomenal.
I don't know that I agree with. I don't like that word. I don't like the word better. Like for me, I don't know that I would say
catchier.
No,
Take your pick.
I think I would use the word on par.
No, I don't think so.
To me, they're
I think they're vocally just better songs. My other favorite song is the one where it just becomes a Fall Out Boy song.
Can't breathe, vision's getting blurry now. Nosebleed, never been so worried. How am I supposed to handle the pressure? It would have been better if I were anybody else. Dear Dad, tell me what you would have done. Too bad that I'm not your bravest son. Why'd I have to be big to lead? I wish that I could be anybody else. I'm supposed to do something. Am I supposed to do something? Do I run? Do I dare? Can I grant my own prayer? Get a grip, throw a pair. Let me stop you right there. There's a cause for attack. Swallow your pride, cast your blood lost aside. Bitch, you better fall back.
In the middle of it, randomly,
The last
which is funny. It just randomly out of nowhere becomes a Fall Out Boy song. But also, like, yeah, there are songs in this that are just like I think there's too many Vox songs. I think he has too many "Hey, I'm evil and I'm about to take over" songs.
I think he has too many scenes in general.
He has he's in the show way too much. Adam is effective because he's not in the show a ton.
I think ultimately, if I had to sum up why I personally think season 2 is weaker than season 1 for me, it's because season 1 is Hazbin Hotel. It's about the hotel. It's about the people in the hotel. You've got a fairly small cast of people that are at the hotel, and it really focuses in on them, and the story is stronger as a result of it. Season 2 is the Vox show.
A little bit, but like also there's stuff in season 2 I love. Like I love.
It doesn't focus enough on the hotel aspect of it for me.
I do agree that like the problem is it I think it's only 8 episodes long, so the animated shows need to be 20 episodes, or at least this needed more episodes. But like my big thing is like, yeah, Charlie kind of gets. There's too many scenes with Vox, and she gets put in the background where I'm like, where's Charlie? But also, there's a lot of really great scenes with Sarah and Serpentious in Heaven that I love. My theory is that Sarah and Charlie are siblings.
We've said that since season 1.
Yes, and I think I more than ever, she's just Charlie. She acts just like Charlie.
I think they're half siblings because Lilith we know is in heaven.
Yeah.
I think they're both the daughter of.
I saw a theory that some people think that the person we see that we think is Lilith is actually Eve, and the real Lilith is
somewhere in hell.
No, a character we know, the one who
the one who has trapped Alastor. Alastor.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's people who think that she's actually Lilith in disguise.
I could.
I was like, yeah, that's a believable. I like. Well, it's funny because you said this, and then I saw someone else say this, and it was such a valid point. I kind of thought about it, but like, yeah, if Abel is the one who has the Fall Out Boy voice.
Yeah.
If Abel is in heaven, then Cain must be in hell.
He should be in hell.
He should be in hell, yeah. So I saw someone say they added a bit to it that I really liked. One of the characters we know, the twist should be that they're actually Abel, but I can't remember who.
Interesting.
But so like my question is like, so what's the difference between Alastor? They say he's a demon, but in terms of this universe, what's the difference between him and like the actual demons?
He's not Hellspawn. He's not born in hell.
So he's not a born demon, but you can become a demon?
Basically, I mean, especially in this season, we found out he's a demon because he made a deal.
Right.
He made a deal. He made the deal while he was alive to be the strongest or the most feared, strongest. I don't remember what the
strongest sinner.
The strongest sinner in all of. So he became a demon.
Gotcha.
Also, I just think that once you're in hell, you're technically you're a demon.
But there's so many the stuff I like the little stuff this season.
I just know that the big difference is that Lutz and all the ones from
they're imps.
They're imps. They're born in hell.
Yeah.
Like the geishas, who are the princes of hell, they're born in hell. The seven sins are born in hell.
I do regret. I was gonna maybe watch the beginning of the first season because I didn't pay attention to it as much as I should have. I did miss a lot of the background stuff of how that universe works because that wound up being the more interesting stuff to me. I love. It's funny because I'm I initially I was all the Vox songs are the worst songs, but I was but no, Brighter is phenomenal. It's not only just a good song, but it's an excellent backstory. It's well delivered. It's fascinating. It could be expanded upon in future flashbacks that are really great.
It serves the important function of kind of explaining without actually telling us why and how certain demons end up looking how they look.
Why they look the way they do. So the fact that
he looks like he has a TV head because he died
because the TV fell on his head. Vox or Alastor looks like a deer because they shot him thinking he was a deer.
Well, he looks like a deer when he's in his demon form and shadowy because he looked like the shadow of a deer.
I'd be curious as to why
and he looks like a radio star the rest of the time because he was
apparently I didn't notice this, but apparently one of the angels in heaven you see is Angel Dust's sister, and so people have the theory that because they say that he killed his dad, so their theory is that Angel Dust killed his dad to save his sister.
I also suspect or hope anyway.
We're gonna find out his backstory in the next season, though. There's no way we're not.
I really want in season 3. I can't remember her name. The angel who's in love with Adam. Sings Gravity.
Yeah.
I want there has to be consequences, and so I really want there to be in season 3. She does something which goes too far, and she gets damned to hell.
Yeah, it's weird that she still gets to be in heaven. There's no real this one Seraphim who's really upset about the fact that she allowed all these sinners to just get slaughtered. Yeah, she's really put down about that, but continues to let a person who's we did the right thing. The whole on her side, it's very strange.
Because as it's set up, by what it appears so far, once you're in heaven, you're in. You can't go back. You can't leave.
Yeah.
Sir Pretentious doesn't want to be there.
Yeah,
he wants to go back.
He wants to go home. He wants to go home. Yeah.
So it's once you're there, you're stuck. So yeah, I if they hadn't killed Adam, I think he should have fallen too. I think they need to have it be in the next season where it's shown that if an angel does something unheavenly,
I also suspect that they're gonna explain
they can be punished.
You're already dead. What happens when you get killed when you die? Do you go to super hell? That's an element of this I would like to. Where did he go?
Exist.
Yeah. I love the bit that she sees him. I love the bit where she's like, do you know this? And he's like, I have no fucking clue. You don't know? I don't know.
I know what you know. Yeah. I don't know anything.
You don't know? I don't know. And that was a great bit. The music was solid. I really enjoyed again all the Serpentious songs. His duet with the Seraphim is again phenomenal. I love all the characters who people are like, we want to hear them sing more. Got to sing more. Some of the characters got a little backseated for me. I don't care. A lot of people love his song. I didn't think Angel Dust's song was very good this season. I don't think Love in a Bottle is as good as Loser Baby. I just don't.
No, I don't for that either.
I didn't mind.
I didn't mind Angel Dust's song, but I wasn't a big fan of his song in the first season, so he
I
doesn't
loved
really.
his song in the first season. It's
I don't.
way
It
better.
didn't.
But people who love Angel Dust love it. So like, I'm not gonna take that away from them. I don't think it just doesn't do it for me. I just don't. But I don't think slow lounge ballads. They don't do anything for me. It's the same thing as ragtime music. It does nothing for me.
For me, like it didn't really do much for me either. But it did as much for me as Poison did.
But I love how Gravity's just a metal song.
It's just good.
It's just metal. Like I say, I've already mentioned it, but yeah, the finale song. Not the finale song. No, is it the finale song?
Right. In a bottle or whatever. Absolutely Love in a Bottle is not nearly as good.
It's just not as good as Loser Baby. It's just not. I don't think Alastor's song with the girl is particularly engaging.
The I'm on your string or whatever.
Yeah, didn't I'm on your string. And then obviously I also don't think Vox's reprise of that was very interesting either. Those are
examples of songs where it's like it feels like, especially the non-reprise version of it. It feels like it's in there because he has a contract where he has to have a certain amount of songs. I
don't know.
Like it just feels it doesn't add anything.
I also discovered it's not that I don't like her, but like I every time I see an interview with Vizzy Pop and she's like, well, the creator, we actually resolved that in a future season of the show. I hate people who do that. We're like, oh yeah, this answer for this question, I've actually already thought about it because I've thought about every little blah blah. And I'm like, oh my god, it just makes you sound pretentious and arrogant. You're like, oh well, we're gonna answer that in a few. Like they're like, oh, this character is gonna maybe be a villain in there, and it's like you're obviously talking about Alastor. Just say you're talking about. It's really obvious that Alastor is gonna be the villain in the next season. He's probably gonna get redeemed. I think
no. See, he's the one character I don't think.
No, he absolutely is. It's gonna be here's the thing. It's this kind of show, and she's this kind of writer, and it feels like now. To be fair, I am 100% open to being wrong, but it's just the kind of show where Alastor's gonna sacrifice himself to save Charlie. I think he is actually I think he actually does care about Charlie, and I think it's a he doth protest too much situation, and I think he will like the big. I think it's gonna. Hold on, let me finish. I think next season's gonna be he's the bad guy of next season, and there's an even bigger, badder bad guy, and he's gonna do a double cross, and then he's gonna do a double cross, and he's gonna end up sacrificing himself, and he's gonna end up in heaven. I think him and Angel Dust are gonna wind up in heaven. I'm not committed to Angel Dust, but I know I'm positive he's gonna find, because he's so against the idea of redemption in this season. I think he will.
See, I don't. Let me just hear me out on this. I think he does care, and I think that he does. Like I think it's gonna do a thing basically next season where he's now off his chain or whatever, and he can do whatever he wants. And I think the entire season is going to build up the idea that he's this villain and he's doing all these villainous things. But I think they're going to do it where, like, in such a way where it's like, I don't know how to word it exactly, but like he's the devil kind of scenario where it's like he looks like he's doing all these bad things, but it's ultimately in the goal of helping the people that he does actually care about. So he is helping in his own way.
But
I don't think he wants to be redeemed, and I don't think he will be redeemed. I think he doesn't want it. I think what'll essentially happen is it'll be a thing where he is basically going to take control of hell from Charlie, but not be evil.
I think they're going to do a thing where
she's the princess of hell. But she never wanted to be in charge, and so he's like, "I'll do it."
The thing with the show is it's everything you expect from a theological character is the unexpected. So you're like, yeah, you're expecting Lucifer to be evil, and he's actually a big weenie. You're expecting Serpentius to be evil, but he's actually a muffin. So I think that Adam is an angel, but he is more evil than the people in hell. So I think Lilith is a bad guy. I think Lilith is going to end up being a bad guy. I think it's going to be a thing if you think she's a good guy, and there's going to be a moment where she's like, we need to do something evil, and Charlie's like, wait, what? No, you're supposed to be good or whatever. And then I think I think Alastor's going to wind up in heaven, and there's going to be a moment where he looks down at himself and he's like, really?
See.
Because hold on, let me finish the thought. Only because the rules of what redeems someone is undefined, and I think that's going to be it's going to be a twist. I think there's going to be a big twist where either him or Angel Dust sacrifices themselves and goes to heaven. One of them, definitely one of them is going to heaven. At least one of them.
It's Angel Dust. It's absolutely Angel Dust. There's no question. It's Angel Dust.
I think the show wants you to think it's Angel Dust, but I don't think.
It's not. It's not Alastor. It's not Alastor. But I'd be shocked if it was Alastor. But
it's exactly why it's gonna be him.
But no. So here's my working theory. The woman that we saw that they tease is Lilith. I don't think that's. I think you're right. I don't think that's Lilith. I think that's Eve. And I think for whatever reason we're gonna find out that her and maybe Adam, maybe the chick that sings Gravity, I don't know, one of them made a deal with her because Lilith was getting too powerful. Her movement was getting too strong. So they convinced her to go down to hell and Lilith. I think Lilith is dead.
I don't think so.
I think that's why she's not responding to any of Charlie's calls. I think she's dead, and I think that the person that we see in heaven is Eve.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it, but yeah, I think my big thing is I think Lilith is gonna end up being a bad guy, and I think that my big thing is I think that they're gonna do a thing where you think, or maybe they're gonna go in a completely different direction, and Angel Dust is gonna go evil. But I think they're gonna red herring you into thinking that Alastor is evil, and he's gonna wind up just because it's the most subversive thing I can think of, and it's exactly that kind of show.
See, that's where I say, to me, the more subversive. You would expect them to redeem Alastor.
No, for all the exact reasons you said.
You would expect it because it would be the twist that nobody would see.
Yeah, so for me, no one would see it coming.
I don't see it. I see it being a thing where, like, for example, he wants to help his friends out while not looking evil. So now Val looks like he's taking over. He goes after Val in a power move, which sets Angel free from his contract from him. He gets his full soul back, but Alastor still looks like he's being a villain.
Yeah, no,
that's what I think is that. That's what I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a lot of Alastor playing 4D chess and doing things which look evil.
It's the
but actually help all of.
It's the exact kind of show where he's gonna act evil the whole season, and you're gonna think he's the main big bad guy, and then in the final hour they'll introduce a new, more evil person, more evil thing. And Alastor will have a moment where he's going, oh, I've gone too far. I actually do like Charlie. Like, basically, there's going to be a big breakup between him and Charlie at the beginning of the next season, where now that he's unleashed, he doesn't have to answer to her or help her. So now he's going to actively screw her over, and it's going to be a Alastor versus Charlie thing the whole season. And then in the third hour, they will introduce a new villain, or even at some point in that season, they will introduce a new villain. And they'll have a big fight between him and Alastor will sacrifice himself, and he will die, and then they'll have a scene where he wakes up in heaven, and they once again, I guarantee you in season 3 they're not going to tell us what gets people into heaven. Guarantee you that. There'll still be a mystery of how are people getting into heaven.
They've already told us how he got into heaven.
No, because they think it's self-sacrifice or whatever, but they're still not 100% sure. And yeah, he'll sacrifice himself. And then,
but we're basically saying the same thing, because I agree with everything that you're saying about how he's going to act like he's self-serving. He's going to be making power moves. He's going to look like
he will
he's stabbing.
Absolutely be self-serving.
Yes, he will, absolutely.
But
I'm not disagreeing with you.
No faking though.
But what I'm saying is that it's one of those double, I don't know how to word it. There's those double scenario things where it's absolutely self-sacrificing. Everything he does benefits him. It just happens to also benefit his friend.
Yeah, no, I don't think that. I think he's going to end up in heaven because the show is pushing it so hard. It's the kind of show, again, she's the kind of writer, and I'm only basing this, to be fair, this is entirely based on the text itself. She's the kind of writer where she wants you to think it's going to be Angel Dust. And because she wants you to think it's going to be Angel Dust, that means it's not going to be Angel Dust. It's not going to be Angel Dust.
I can see that argument.
It's
which is
just
why
not.
No, I can see that argument, which is why, especially with how much he fought, like he fell this season, I'm throwing.
He didn't really fall that much.
No,
really.
no, not him. Another person that I'm about to say. Not Alastor, not Angel Dust. Because of how far he fell this season, I'm throwing a different character in the ring for the potential redemption next one. Because it's also about the most obvious thing that you can think of other than Alastor. It's going to be Vox. Vox will get redeemed.
Okay, here's my thing. I think it's going to be more than one.
Probably.
My push is Angel Dust and Vox, Angel Dust and Alastor, and the reason why now Vox is a solid second runner up. It really does. It does set up the idea. Him still being alive, it does set up the idea. His insecurities. A lot of what he does this season is fueled by his insecure relationship with Alastor.
Yeah.
So you're not wrong. That is something that I could see happening. That also would be a rug pull that no one would see coming. It's pushing too hard for Angel Dust for it to be Angel Dust. And just the scene, there's absolutely a scene where Alastor is standing in heaven and he's like, really?
I just don't see it.
I do.
I see that.
Absolutely
being
do.
how this.
It's absolutely setting up for it.
Let me rephrase. I don't see that for next season.
Oh God, no.
I see.
It's how next season ends.
I see that being how the show ends.
Maybe, but definitely
He's the last one that gets redeemed. He like everyone else goes whatever. Charlie then sets to make him her pet project.
Because you're like, who would hate being in heaven the most more than Serpentius? It's Vox, not Vox. Vox wants to go to heaven, right? So in terms of writing and it being a comedic foil, who hates being there the most? Again, because of all the reasons you're like, no, it doesn't make any sense, is the reason why she would do it. Because him going there and him fighting for, because he's also the one who has pushed for the hotel the most. So him going to heaven and having to argue for the hotel just makes the most narrative sense.
I don't see it.
But that's exactly why it's gonna happen. And it's not gonna.
Not necessarily.
This is gonna be like, I'm gonna be sitting here a year from now being like, I called it, but the entire season.
No, I definitely foresee him becoming the benevolent leader of hell.
No.
Like he becomes a good person.
Absolutely not.
But he chooses to stay.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. This is, again, I guarantee you, I'm going to be sitting here a year from now.
This is that kind of show.
I'm going to be sitting here a year from now, and I'm going to be doing. No, I think Charlie will stay in hell and become the benevolent ruler of hell. No, I don't think Charlie's going to heaven. So. I think but no, this is how it's going to go. Again, I will sit here in a year from now, and I'm going to be saying, did someone pick up that phone?
I think she'll stay in. I think she'll stay in hell as well because she's the princess of hell.
This is how it's going
to. I think she will essentially end up becoming the good, like the angel on Alastor's shoulder.
This is what's going to happen next season. No, this is what's going to happen next season. Most of next season, you're going to think Alastor is the bad guy for almost all of it. And in the final hour of the show, they will introduce a new bad guy or a new villain, and he will have to they will have to reconcile, and there will be a whole thing where Charlie's like, why does Alastor hate me now? They're going to have to team up and fight the big bad thing, and then Alastor will sacrifice himself.
No.
I guarantee you. You. I guarantee you it's going to happen.
No.
And I think that there's going to be a B plot with Angel Dust where Keith David and Cherry Bomb are trying to, or conversely, they're gonna open a thing where you can travel between both, and they're gonna break. But I guarantee you, Alastor will sacrifice himself. He will absolutely sacrifice himself for Charlie.
Oh, he might sacrifice himself. He won't end up in heaven.
He will absolutely wind up in heaven.
No,
absolutely,
he won't.
He absolutely will.
No.
I guarantee. There's certain characters that I guarantee you are gonna end up in heaven by the end of the show. It's him. It's Angel Dust. And now that you put the idea in my head, it's probably Vox. Like all the characters you don't think are gonna go there are all gonna go there for the exact reason why you don't think they're gonna.
I could see him ending up there eventually, not next season.
End of season 3. End of season 3. End of season 3. It's gonna. That's where I'm like, you're right. Not next season. Season 4. Season 4. He will be in heaven. At the beginning of season 4, he absolutely will.
It'll be the last.
It'll be the big twist at the end of season 3. You'll be like, it'll get to the end. You'll be like, oh my god, you'll think Vox is dead, and then the next season will open up, and it'll open with him in heaven. I guarantee you. I guarantee. No, I don't want to guarantee. I don't like guaranteeing anything. But I will be shocked if I'm not sitting here. They will have to do something truly remarkable to shock me. The only thing. There's nothing that they could do that would shock me.
The only thing that makes sense for fucking Alastor is he ends up becoming the benevolent leader.
Absolutely not. That does not. No.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
No.
There's no way he ends up.
Because that's obvious.
Because that's
obvious.
The way they've written him. That's exactly why it'll happen.
No, that's exactly why it won't happen. Because again,
no, that's exactly why it will happen.
Vivy Pop, the woman who writes this show, thinks she's more clever than she is. So you have to go because
which is why setting him up as the red herring of the person that goes.
But he's not.
Is what she would do.
But he's not the red herring. The red herring in the show. But he's not.
The red herring.
But he's not. The red herring and hold on. The red herring in the show is Angel Dust. That's who the show. That's who the no. Nobody wants you to think it's gonna be Alastor. Nobody. The show doesn't want you to think it's. I think it's gonna be Alastor because I know how narrative television works. But the show wants you to think it's gonna be Angel Dust. The show doesn't want. The show don't. No. What the show wants you to think is the show wants you to think that Alastor is gonna be the main villain for the next season, which he is. But what the show doesn't want you to think is that he's going to have a redemptive arc. He is so over the top evil in this season that it's pushing you in the direction of thinking that he doesn't want a redemptive arc or that he won't have a redemptive arc. But season 1, the thing that makes me go, he's going to sacrifice himself for Charlie is because
I think the big sticking point of where we disagree, because we largely agree.
He's going to die and he's going to end up in heaven.
The big sticking point that we have is you think he's going to die and go to heaven.
Yes.
I think he's going to get a redemption arc but stay in hell.
I think that, well, actually, to be fair, I don't, maybe, I see, okay, here's the thing. No, ultimately, I think he's going to wind up in heaven. I think he's going to end up being I think there's going to be, hold on, I think there's going to be a Hazbin Hotel in heaven. I think it's going to be the end of, and I think he's going to run the Hazbin Hotel in heaven. I think is what's going to end up happening. I think he's going to be the host in heaven.
The thing is that a Hazbin Hotel makes no sense in heaven. They're already redeemed.
Well, it's going to be a place. It's going to be because a big part of this season is being like heaven is not for everybody, right? Like, and I think there's going to be a space where people who don't want to be in hell and then people who don't want to be in heaven exist, and I think that's going to be in heaven. So, like, because there's the whole thing with Serpentius in the season where in heaven they're like, nobody here is like you and you'll never fit in. So I think there's going to be a space. I do. I think he will sacrifice himself for Charlie and he will wind up in heaven because the show thinks that's clever.
Hear me out. And I'm mostly throwing this out because this is kind of a middle option, ironically. I think, pretending for a second that your thing is right, he sacrifices himself, he dies. I think a new place is created at that point, which is the middle point between heaven and hell.
But also, it is the kind of show to just be lazy and have him go full bore, cartoonishly evil, and just get killed at the end of the next season. It is also that kind of show. But there's too much in that first season of him protesting too much, of him pretending. If I hadn't seen clips of him interacting with the guests in the first season, my opinions might be different. But they're writing him as a character who he's not the radio demon anymore. And this season is very much him trying to pretend that he still is and still trying to hold on to that identity. And I think that's all a red herring. And I think the show is really leaning hard into Angel Dust. So you think that he will just be a straight up villain. And the whole point of this show is that things are more nuanced than that. So
that's where I say I fully believe that next season there will be a lot. Like,
he's gonna wind up in heaven.
I'm picturing a scene where he goes to fucking Zal and is like, "You're my biggest rival now. I'm gonna be the strongest one in heaven and hell again," and takes him out, which frees or is
absolutely. He's gonna be a villain.
Takes him out, which frees Angel Dust, so he's actually helping his friend.
No,
but it looks like he's fucking just doing a power grab.
No, it's gonna be he's just straight evil.
The scene. No, it will write it and make it look.
No.
The show will write itself basically as if that's what it wants you to think.
No, there's no, yeah, and then you're like big.
We're saying the same thing.
You're like big twist. He's actually secretly helping them. No, he's not. He's not going to secretly help them. He's just going to be straight evil the whole season until the end. I
disagree.
Because he's not the kind of guy who helps people. He's just not how he works.
No, you're right. You're right, and that's what I'm saying. You're not listening to me.
No.
Justin.
You're saying he's pretending.
No, I'm saying he's doing a thing which benefits himself.
No.
Right? Taking out his enemies, consolidating power, getting stronger. But it also helps his friends.
No.
He doesn't maybe realize that he's doing it, but subconsciously he is. Yes. You think he's going to end up in heaven when he's just been straight evil for a season?
I think he's going to sacrifice himself.
I think if he's ever going to end up, if he's ever going to end up in heaven, it's because he was secretly doing the right thing all along.
Not how this show works.
Even if he didn't know it.
That's not how this show works.
Yes, it is.
No.
Because that's what Sir Pretentious did.
Serpentis, and no. Serpentis sacrificed himself to save Cherry. That's why he went to heaven. But no,
again,
he didn't do a bunch of thing. But no, he didn't do a bunch of good deeds leading up to that.
He didn't do a bunch. Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
He was a friend. He was a good friend to all of his friends.
He's a good friend, but that doesn't change the fact that he didn't do anything.
He wasn't fucking evil, going out and being evil.
But that's going to be the whole point.
That makes no sense.
No, he would be evil.
What you're saying makes no sense.
No, the whole idea is he has a change of heart in the last minute, and he sacrifices.
Self-sacrifice would not be enough to make him go to heaven.
That's how this show works.
No.
That's how Serpentis went to heaven. He had one moment of self-sacrifice where he chose to sacrifice himself and help someone.
An entire season of growing as a character and being better.
That's not why.
You need to go back and rewatch.
That's not why he got into heaven, though.
Yes, it is.
When they sing the song, she says it's because in the moment that you were about to die, you chose to sacrifice yourself instead of being selfish.
And he says yes, but that's not enough.
Again, I'm telling you what's going to happen is he's going to say.
I'm telling you, you're wrong.
I'm not. I will sit here a year from now and I will say I told you so. I guarantee you. I will be sitting here.
He will absolutely redeem himself. Yes. But he will stay in hell.
No.
That is what will happen.
No, because it's again everything. It's based on the kind of show this is in the writing. It thinks
Vox will be the one who gets redeemed because he learns to forgive Alastor and moves on.
I mean, it's believable, but it's not clever enough. It's not self-clever enough. That's the thing.
It's exactly the correct amount of clever that they've displayed on this show.
That's why I say it's possible, but it's not clever enough. She really seems to, again, in interviews, she really seems to identify with Alastor and like Alastor, and they're apparently introducing new. I'm gonna say yes. It's based on out of text shit, but she's the creator. It's just everything that she's implied, everything that she's saying indicates that there is a twist coming, there is an idea coming that she thinks is really clever. And Vox becoming a good guy certainly is up there, but Alastor going to heaven, absolutely. Again, the scene writes itself. He's the character that's my point. You're not getting the point though. The reason, the fact that you don't see it is what makes it. You're coming at this from the perspective of a person who doesn't think they're clever. You have to.
I do think I'm clever, and I don't think that's clever. To me, that's the most obvious thing.
But it's not.
It is.
Not to it. But you got to keep in mind we're special. So what we think is the most obvious thing is not necessarily the most obvious thing.
But you just said to me that I'm coming at it from a position where I'm not thinking that it's not clever.
No, you're not coming at it from a person who thinks they're clever, in an arrogant way. You have to be what is the most, I think I'm smart and nobody will ever figure this out. Yes, the guy who is obviously going to be the main villain. A regular person would watch this and be well, obviously this is all building towards Alastor being the final villain. That's what a person would, a normal person who is not me and you would think. But me, I'm if I were really smug about myself, and I had spent a lot of time this season being no, he's just, because this season really wants you to be oh no, all that shit that you thought last season about him being.
If I was really smug about myself, what I would do is I would have it be where he slowly consolidates power, until he's as strong or stronger than Charlie and Lucifer, and Satan. Basically, I would make him become the next Satan.
Well,
That's what I would do.
Yeah, but no, but that's not again.
You know,
it's
for
not,
Hell of a Boss.
Yeah, that's not
where he's in charge
it's
of
not
like everything.
particularly clever though. Like,
That's exactly as clever as this show gets.
That's what I'm saying. It's not though. It's not self-satisfied. It's not self-satisfied enough because him ultimately becoming a good guy, becoming a benevolent leader of hell is what the fan base would expect. It's what it is what the fan base.
What they would expect is for him to fucking go evil and die.
I don't think so. I don't think so because
Yeah.
I don't think they would. No, like, that's why I'm like him winding up in heaven. The only character. I would hate it. The only twist I would be, I guarantee you, I'm going to be sitting here. I will be sitting here a year from now being like, I told you so. He's going to sacrifice himself. There's going to be a big battle. Hold on, let me finish. There's going to be a big battle where he has a big, expensive looking, similar looking fight to what he had with Vox, where you see a super jazzed up. It's going to be exactly what you said. It's going to be a thing of where he slowly takes out the other Vs, in a fit of, and you're going to be like, oh, yeah, it's going to be ambiguous, and you're going to be like, oh, is he helping them? Is he not? It's going to be questionable, and it's going to get to the end, and he's going to do it's too much power, I have too much power thing, and he's going to be about to kill Charlie, and he's going to be like, oh no, I've gone too far, and a big evil thing is going to come out, and he's going to defend Charlie, it's going to kill him, and he's going to be like, you need to run away, Charlie, and then he's going to get blown away, and you're going to think he's dead, and then the next season's going to come back, and he's going to be in heaven. Here's my thing. You're right. He won't be in heaven next season. He will be evil the whole next season. Like this is a hard guarantee he's going to be the villain for next season. But at the end, how he gets there is irrelevant. Or at least one of them. He will die at the end of next season, and in season 4, he is gonna be in some variation of heaven.
I don't see him in heaven. I
guarantee you. But that's my exact reasoning for why he will go there. Because you don't see it. Because you're like, I don't see that for that character. It is a complete 180 on that character, and that is a character arc for. That would be a character arc for him.
That's not why I don't see it. I don't see it because it's too obvious.
But it's not.
It is. You spend an entire season making him look evil, and then whoopsie poopsie, he's not actually evil, and he's the good guy all along.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You don't do he's the good guy all along.
That's 101 fucking TV.
No, but
if you put him in heaven, yes, that's what you're saying.
No, that's the whole point of the show. Is it's about getting into heaven and that's how he gets redemption is by sacrificing himself for Charlie.
I don't think he does. I think he's a character that he doesn't get redemption. He's the ambivalent anti-hero who does the right thing when it benefits him. I think he's not the good guy. He doesn't get the girl. I think
that's why
he doesn't know.
I think that's why he gets again. She has with how the show's been written. It has everything to do with what she did with him this season, which I hate, by the way. But they very much wanted you to think. It's got that kind of writing where you could tell how she wants you to think. And clearly how she wants you to think is she wants you to think he's unredeemable. And you're right. They want you to come upon the idea, especially with Angel. Angel tries to push this idea too, that there are just some people, and the same thing with Vox, where that's why they show you that he's just a deranged killer. They want to present you with the idea that there are just certain people who cannot be redeemed. And you're right. The notion that he's and to be fair, we'll find out. This is my final thought, and then we're going to end the show. But they really want to hammer home the idea that there is a such thing as someone who is unredeemable. And I think they're going to play with that next season. I think that the people you think are unredeemable will get redeemed. So I think not even just Alastor. I think maybe some of the V's, those guys, I think they're gonna wind up in heaven. I think that all the people that you think are unredeemable will get redeemed, because that's the point of this. I think they want you to point to the fact that that nobody is unredeemable.
So my final thoughts, because you're right, we've talked about this for like an hour now, but my final thoughts, I agree that the point is going to be that some people are redeemable. But I think the point is going to be some people are redeemable, but they can't. That doesn't mean they can get into heaven. You can be a good person, but you still end up living in hell.
But I think also the point to that is
basically my point is I think what they're kind of going to set up is hell. In order to function, hell always has to have overlords. It's just about whether they're good people or bad people, but it always has to have overlords.
I don't know. I think again because you guys like again the what this show I'm just like thematically and like narratively the show is trying to convince you the idea that
because the thing that kind of makes me think that is like Carlita and the other one, the one who's in love with her.
Yeah, there's a song where he's just such a dick.
Like they're both like fucking overlords, so like they rule over it all. But I would argue Carlita in particular, she's a mother. She's a good person. Everything that she does in the show, as they portrayed her, is for altruistic reasons.
Yeah. Again. I just the show when it comes to not in this case television storytelling, but when it comes to storytelling, when something is trying to really push the idea of something really really hard, you have to go to the most opposite extreme of it. So you're right. Alice, the show this season, again, it has everything to do with what she's done with this character. Last season, I would not have said this. But this show wants to push the idea, especially when they show you Alastor's backstory, that he is 1,000% unredeemable. And so when you're like, okay, if you're trying to sell me that this character is 1,000% unredeemable, that tells me that you want to rug pull me and tell me that he's in fact redeemable. So I think that he will be redeemed and he will go to heaven. And I think he's going to become the new Seraphim. I think that at least at the very, if not him, to be fair, I'm willing.
I don't think the new if he went to devil's advocate, if he went to heaven, he wouldn't be the new Seraphim. I argue he would become the new Adam.
Or no, actually, I think he might become the new voice of God. Maybe, because
Metatron,
or no, the Goetia, who's the voice of God.
Oh, the bird thing.
I just think he might because I just picture a scene where he's in heaven, like advising them on how to stop a hell thing. It's just one of those things where like I think that he'll still be Alastor and he'll still be a little devious, but I think that the point will be that because it's just, you're right. I wish I could remember the character's name. Someone's going to yell at me for not being able to remember the character's name. But the crazy angel chick. The fact that there are bad people in heaven, that has to mean something narratively, right? So I think that someone bad is going to wind up in heaven. Whether it's Alastor, whether it's, because I'm talking with certainty about a thing I don't know. You're right, it could just as easily be Vox. Vox is just set up just as easily, and he also makes just as much sense. One of those guys is going to heaven. Whether it's Vox or Alastor, one of those guys is going to heaven.
Yeah.
The fact that they didn't kill Vox is so deliberate. The fact that he's still alive is so deliberate. He's gonna redeem himself. Whether him and Angel Dust and Alastor, I think they're all gonna do it.
Because you say that
but it does make sense.
Alastor does something like where another bad guy comes.
It works for Vox.
It works for Vox where Alastor goes like he's gonna go and kill Charlie, and Vox sacrifices himself to save Charlie.
Yeah, I could see that.
It works just as well that way.
To be, I'm like, who are the, yeah. But anyway, overall, I like this season the further I get from it.
You have the angel version of Vox that arrives in heaven, and he's looking at himself, and he's all white, and he's like, oh yeah, I knew I'd get here in the end.
He also has a great really scene. He looks down I'd like him to go to heaven and he no longer has a TV head. That'd be kind of a fun. That'd be interesting. He's just a regular guy again. That'd be kind of fun. Before I wrap up, I have to do some special. Obviously, the performances across the board, all good. I'm becoming more and more a fan every day of Alex Brightman. I fucking love Alex Brightman. He is good in everything.
Who is he in this?
He's Adam. He's Serpentius. He's he is the clown
He's talented.
He's so the Serpentius songs. I know I keep going back to them, but like just they're so like they're so vocally impressive. I recently watched the Broadway like, special, and like
they're like the equivalent of on the with Aaron and Dan.
Yes. Oh my God, you're right. Yeah, Vegeta's like, Serenade, where you're like, whoa, like because he didn't. It just came across like they were like, okay, Alex, we're gonna kill off like your main character, but we're gonna give Serpentius all the best songs, because like he doesn't sing that well in the first season, and then it's just so funny how he just did like they're truly phenomenal performances, because he's singing as Serpentius, and every once in a while the Serpentius voice kicks in, but he still has perfect fucking pitch. It's insane. Like the duet with the Seraphim is kind of incredible. It's kind of an incredible ballad. It's really good. Like the Piss a Love Song is really good. Like it's genuinely really good. Like I say, Gravity, his backup vocals on Gravity are fucking phenomenal. They're so good. That song's just an excellent medley. I love I keep mentioning the song that turns into a Fall Out Boy song, but the bit where he's developing his confidence, and then he puts the helmet on. He's like, "Bitch, you step better, step back," and Adam's spirit appears behind him, and he becomes huge. Oh, so just visually, just so cool, just so.
I maintain in that scene though. I maintain it would have been cool if like she went to go and attack him from behind, and Abe or Kane went to defend him, and he was hellish.
I don't know if in that scene would have been undercut by that, but it certainly, or I should say that moment, it would have been undercut by that. I like it better where it's just him standing proud. He's finally developed his confidence. But I don't disagree that in that scene overall, or at least some point, Kane should have showed up. Because maybe he will next season, because I've seen that question come around a lot.
Because it's weird to me that you mentioned Abel and you don't have Kane.
But
it's Kane and Abel, they're kind of an iconic pair.
I enjoy Hazbin Hotel more than I did Hell of a Boss. Anyway, that was season 2 of Hazbin Hotel. I'm excited for season 3. Hey there, everybody. It's NCard Justin here. Let me know down in the comments. Have you seen season 2 of Hazbin Hotel? What are your thoughts? Or did you think it was better than season 1? Are you excited for season 3? Let me know all of the thoughts down in the comments down below. But in the meantime, if you would like to see the full podcast that this video is from, our Amazon Prime special, you can click the box on the left. Or if you just want to see a random video that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy, you can click the box on the right. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We put new videos out 7 days a week. That's a new video every single day. Or you can just leave this video alone. We will see you all in the next video. Have a good day, everybody.